Big match against Seattle. I am so nervous. Come on, LAFC. Oh, you brought popcorn. Thanks.
You know they're gonna blow it, right?
Okay, the match just started. Let me just watch in peace, okay?
The sooner you accept it, easier it's gonna be. Plus, you know, I've got other appointments.
I'm sure they'll be pleasantly surprised to see you. Okay, shouldn't you just go? We're gonna win this.
Suit yourself.
Get in, 3 points. Come on, we're not dead yet.
I'll be back next week.
Did you do that?
Oh yeah.
Still a win? Hey everyone, welcome to a brand new episode of the 110 Football Show. I'm Connor Kolopsis and he is Vince LaRosa. Vince, are you kidding? What a win on Tuesday. Come on, 3-0 against the Sounders?
Yeah, after a tricky draw against Minnesota, that was a really nice surprise.
I mean, we've got a lot to talk about this week, so let's not waste any more time with this hashtag banter, okay?
What banter? Just two dudes talking?
To the highlights! This one was a frustrating game, to say the least.
Yeah, I watched it from a very cold
What's that
perch
rock?
in Minnesota. I don't know.
What's that all about? Why are they touching a rock?
This is like the first rock that built the stadium. Hey, check this out.
Tyler Miller!
Just some second nature.
Yeah, it's so good. That made me so happy.
That made me happy. This should have been 2-0. Should we cut? No,
Tyler
it's Tyler Miller. Oh, yeah.
Not as fun.
Yeah, not as fun.
Chicho should have buried that.
He should have buried. In the form he's in, you would figure that that's going in.
Jamal.
Yeah, another little bit of a keeper blunder. I think he was between two minds. Can I catch it or should I palm it? And because he didn't palm it as far as he should.
And then Ozzie Alonso on the list of my top 10 players.
I really wish Bob would have punched him when they got in a fight.
Oh yeah, it's like Ante with
Yeah, this though, I mean,
that's a good save.
could that have been a preview of
What is this, Ozzie?
what we're gonna see in Seattle?
Get a grip, man.
By the way, if you could read Bob's lips there, it was very evident what he said to Ozzie Alonso. Hey, he's back, the king.
Carlos Vela.
It's so, you can do it with any name, that's why it's so fun.
That's why it's so great.
Did you think
Raheem
had
the
this in his
Dream
bag?
Edwards, Raz himself, what a ball, what a finish from B-Rod.
honestly, just seeing the window and attempting to pass, I would have given him credit, but he pulled it off flawlessly.
I'll give credit to B-Rod for scoring that too.
I give credit to Chicho's back for slowing down that cross so Latif could just tap it into the
Did
corner.
you see that? Wow.
Yeah,
Latif, good touch, good finish.
good finish.
Good awareness to be there.
Hey, Latif starts this.
That was 100% not a deflection. That was all Chicho. Don't know what you guys
Do
are
you
talking about.
think Stefan Fry at this point is terrified of being on that end?
He's at that end, he's cursed.
Yeah.
And then Jamal Blackman, day before his birthday.
He shows Stefan Fry. This is how you do it, bro.
It's the pink hair.
Yeah. Stick
It
with
really
the pink hair,
is.
pink jersey.
And
There he
then
is.
El Rey.
Tristan's like, they're chanting for that guy.
Yeah. What number am I again?
Oh, I need the captain's armband. Everyone was stoked. He was waving to me in the YouTube
Well,
booth.
he was waving at you.
Yeah.
And Jamal, man of the match.
Rightfully so, man of the match. But
Wow. Okay. This is interesting.
way to bring us down, producers, by showing the standings after we
Yeah.
didn't get a single result to go our way.
God. And then look, we're ninth still. If you would have told me that we would have gotten 10 points out of 12 and still be ninth place,
Weird,
I told
right?
you crazy.
But we're so close, but we've always said this. We have to beat Vancouver no matter what. So take care of business in
5 points separate 5th spot to 9th spot.
Also a chance to knock out the Galaxy.
It's gonna be fun.
So Dallas keeps finding ways to blow leads, and we didn't get the draw we wanted from Vancouver.
But hey, the Galaxy got absolutely throttled in KC, so that was great.
I told you, they're not gonna make it, bro.
I mean, you did.
Done.
Fingers crossed that Seattle doesn't suck against that LA team next week.
I got a question for you.
Yeah?
Do you know what a Minnesota Uber driver thinks is a long drive?
Well, I don't know, because usually when I'm in the car, I'm sitting in the passenger seat watching Netflix the whole time. Eh?
You're such a child.
What?
The answer is 25 minutes. I thought that was silly considering how long it takes me to get to the grocery store in Los Angeles, but you had to go and ruin it like you ruin everything.
Oh, I ruin everything?
Most things. Anyway, 110 football was at the match in St. Paul last weekend, but I got there a day early to attend training, and it was, as I said, a 25-minute ride away from my hotel. Nevertheless, I got to talk to a bunch of players about road trips, and here's what they had to say. All right, guys, Vince LaRosa, 110 Football. I'm here in Minnesota. Road trip. We're talking about road trips. You remember road trips. Remember you get together with your friends, you pack the cooler, you get Slim Jims. It's not a road trip without Slim Jims. But LAFC is in the midst of their longest road trip of the season. Tuesday, LA to Dallas, 3 points on Wednesday. Thursday, Dallas to Minnesota, which is where we are now. And what better time to talk about road trips with these guys? So let's find out what they think about road trips. What's the best thing about being on a long road trip with the team?
Spending time with the guys, you know. A lot of FIFA games going on with Cheeky and Sifu, so.
Okay, who's winning those games, FIFA games?
Right now, Cheeky.
He plays it like that's you.
I don't know. For me, I have a son, so I get to sleep in. So yeah. So that's the best thing for me.
Yeah, you get to get away, you see other people, you see other places, like everything new.
Que se escucha música.
What is the best song? You said music. What's the best road trip song?
Right now it's Bubbly. It's a Young Thug song. It just came out. I really love that song right now.
Don Toliver, Cardigan, always away with me.
What's the best road trip city in MLS?
Best road trip city in MLS. Wow, that's a good one. Wow. Best road trips. I'd say one of the LAs for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, one of the LAs for sure. LA is great. LA is great.
I say here it's quite similar to London, so I'm quite used to this weather, so I'm enjoying it.
All right, nice. You're on a road trip. Let's not even with the team. It's off season. You're with your mates. Best road trip snack.
Shouldn't really say this, but yeah, chocolate, M&Ms, Snickers, Kinder Bueno, anything.
Look, I got a sweet tooth too, man. All right. Who is the worst seatmate or roommate on the team?
Cheeky for sure. Yeah. He's too much.
Cheeky's a common answer.
Yeah, he's too much. Marco.
We got Marco Farfan, Sifu's pick for the worst seatmate, roommate on the road. Do you concur with that?
I do not.
Okay. Are there any pranks going on? Any other hijinks? Any fun?
I've been seeing Moody fall asleep a lot on the bus and on the plane, so I might be posting some pictures.
Should we get you a Sharpie?
Probably.
Okay.
Probably.
Okay. I know, I need that. Hold on. Wait, what? No, what am I gonna do down here? I talked to Jordan Harvey, and the last time I talked to him, he says that you will go into a room, turn on music, and walk out of the room, and it drives him crazy.
No. Es rayito. Pone música y se va. Yo cuando pongo música me quedo.
What's the best thing about being on a road trip with the team?
La música mía.
Okay, so you're telling me Chicho isn't the one who actually walks away from the music. It's B-Rod now.
No, evidently it's Brian. So
the story keeps unfolding.
I know.
It gets more interesting.
I'm going to go back to Jordan Harvey and get the deets.
Get to the bottom of it.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's time we look ahead. Jay, what is coming up on the show?
Wow, it takes me 25 minutes to get to the Ralph's down the street from my house. Took me an hour to get out of the bank on Tuesday, but if we didn't have traffic, we wouldn't have El Tráfico. So I'll take LA over Minnesota any day. Let's go, Vince. All right, Max is back to get us ready for the last home game of the season versus the Whitecaps. Eli applauds himself on something about a Scottish Messi. I believe it more if he found an Argentinian Andy Robertson. But first, Vince and Connor go full A Beautiful Mind at the touchscreen. Let's go.
Turning Point has always been the segment in the show where we dive a little bit deeper into the nuance of football, but this time may have gone a little too far, Vince. This will easily be our most technical breakdown of the season. We're talking about build-up play.
Hey man, don't blame me. Football is mostly random. It's basically just a ton of chaos marked by moments of joy or despair, depending on if you're the team doing the scoring or conceding. So ultimately, it's our job to find order amidst the chaos. And in a lot of ways, it's just like life.
Like I said, you may have gone too far, but fine. I'll bite. Now, take us through it.
Yeah, build-up play. Let's do build-up play.
Let's do
There's some
build-up
principles
play.
at play here. You know, let's just stop it. Let's just stop it right off the top. Let's talk about a couple of principles.
Okay.
You're the team building up. You want to have more players in possession than the team defending. The team defending wants to defend with the least amount of players possible. So let me just draw this for you. LAFC is in their 3-4-1-2, so they're building up with 3 at the back.
And then we got
You can see the 2, and then you have a double pivot.
2 in the
here.
middle.
2 in the middle, a partnership, right? And with this double pivot, these attackers are trying to go with the least guys possible to press these guys to make them move the ball around and get into dangerous spots. These double pivots are trying to get open, but what Minnesota has done here is with those front attackers, they backed them up with their center mids who are basically man marking these guys. So let's run it. And you'll see coming into play, you'll see the center mids of Minnesota just standing tight to Sifu and Latif. So they're not an option.
They're not dropping.
So basically Mamadou Fall has to do what? Go direct.
Yeah.
Go long.
What else can he do?
What else can he really do in this moment? Because LAFC's main central idea of going through the center of the field isn't there.
I mean, and
They create a chance.
it still ended up working, but
By winning a second ball though, right?
not a good cross.
Not a good cross. And honestly, after this, it got worse, right? So Bob Bradley changes it up. He goes to a 4-3-3, which leaves you with a single pivot. So let's stop it right here. Now they're building with 2. And that's spreading out those attackers. Look how wide these attackers are.
Yeah.
With Sifu dropping in, and actually, can you circle those 2 guys for me
Look
out
at
there?
these guys.
There's your
Midfield-
center mids. They don't know who to mark anymore.
They're
They
not
used to be
close
able to
to
just
Sifu.
stand close to those 2 guys while they were standing in that double pivot. Now he's so deep, as we play it, he can split those guys, and as those 2 try to shift over, they can't do it quick enough for these 3 center backs. It opens up an angle, opens up space, you're out.
And you have to give credit to Bob Bradley because although we didn't directly score from a play like that, it was indirectly a good tactical change by switching formations.
So he made that change in about the 22nd minute. So let's watch this again. Stop it right here. The single pivot was there. He had split those defense. What happens here, the problem here and why this didn't go so well for LAFC, and Bob Bradley talked about after the game, they weren't sharp enough, not quick enough in moving the ball. The next pass should be here. Latif is not providing that angle. He's not splitting those guys. So as we run it, Bryce comes down. He's got a player on his back. You got to go deep again because
But like that
marking's
first
too
play,
tight.
that first play, what can you do other than go deep?
Exactly. What can you do? So this is the little nuances, the differences in build-up playing, why they looked better changing to the 4-3-3 out of the 3-4-1-2. Now what was really weird was they still had wing backs against Seattle, but Bob Bradley changed it just a little bit. Instead of a partnership, he said, Cheeky, you play a little bit of the 6. So it was more like a 3-5-2. That gave those angles again, and once again, they were better building up against Seattle. So
Hybrid of the 2.
look, it's not always about the formations, it's about the angles and where guys' starting points are, and Bob proved that against Seattle.
Well, just as we all suspected, Vince is a certified football nerd. But that's why we love him. And hopefully we all got a bit smarter after listening in on that. Max Brettos, on the other hand, call him a nerd at your own peril. The voice of LAFC is in a fighting mood as the black and gold try to scrape their way to the playoffs on a new edition of Maxin Relaxin.
For 24 hours, we got to enjoy LAFC in the top 7 after that incredible victory at home against the Sounders. A day later, back in the 9th place. Scoreboard watching is real. We got a little bit of help, but we didn't get comprehensive help. FC Dallas, come on, man. We asked you for one thing, and you couldn't hold off Real Salt Lake, who not only take a point, they take all 3 points. I'm looking at you, San Jose. How about a little bit of help? We did get some help. The Galaxy lost, Minnesota lost, and now we can take care of our own business Tuesday against the Vancouver Whitecaps. The only problem is they're playing really, really well. That's the one team you don't want to play right now. And the only team that has a hotter forward, or as a hot forward, as Chicho Arango, is Vancouver with Brian White. So, I'm confident LAFC's playing well, but if they want to make the postseason, they're going to have to earn it against a Whitecaps team that has figured things out. But I'm still confident we can do it, and I'll be in a better mood next time.
110 Football, in partnership with Adidas.
Kim and Caicedo cleans it up and taps it home. Into the box, there's the header, and it's in. Vela down in the area, Vela, shot, goal! Palacios crossing. Cifuentes, shot, goal! 2-2! in the middle. Header, goal.
All right, guys, this time last week, Connor was high on his own supply, thinking he was so dominant in players to watch that he could beat me with a fictional player. How'd that work out for you?
I mean, you were in Minnesota, Vince. You saw Chase Gasper with your own 2 eyes. I don't know what that was all about.
I have no clue what you're talking about.
Okay.
What I do know is that we haven't given away a prize in a long time, but Russo_MZ has been tied at the top with you the past couple of weeks, and he reached out about getting some 110 football swag, and you politely agreed.
I did indeed.
Well, this week, he's tied with me. So Russo_MZ, you've got some 110 football swag coming your way, but it's from me, aka the winner, not Connor, the loser.
Okay, whatever, Vince. Everyone knows you're just a slightly younger Ebenezer Scrooge when it comes to players to watch.
There is no way you know who that is. Is Jason feeding you lines again? You know what, Jason?
Okay, it's a new game this week, but the Carlos Vela Sports Illustrated and Team Signed hat are still up for grabs, and you have some extra time to think about your picks before LAFC takes on Vancouver Whitecaps on Tuesday. Get your picks in and beat Vince so I don't have to put up with this nonsense next week. All right, should we make our picks in a civilized and orderly fashion?
I make no promises.
Okay, for Vancouver Whitecaps, I have the one, the only Brian White, new signing this year for them. I mean, he's been great. Whenever a Vancouver player puts up those kind of numbers, you know it's been a not bad season. For LAFC, I have Carlos Vela, El Rey. He's back. Probably is not going to play too much.
Yeah, how much do you think he's really going to play?
No more than 15 minutes. But in those 15 minutes, I think he's going to get maybe a goal. Or an assist, maybe 2 goals. That's how confident I am.
Didn't we just discuss what your confidence got you last time?
Well, that was like, this is.
All right, yeah. All right, I'm just gonna go ahead and do my picks. At least he didn't pick a fictional character this time. I'm gonna go with my picks for Vancouver. I'm going with Ryan Gauld. He's their number 10. Vancouver has a lot of guys that can run. They're athletic. They can dribble. They can shoot, but not a lot of guys that can unpick a defense the way Ryan Gauld can. And he can pick a pass and score a goal. Scored against LAFC, actually. So goals and assists, that's how you win this game. For LAFC, I'm going with Brian Rodriguez. That game against Seattle was great for a lot of reasons, but for Brian, it was this. He didn't always dribble. He found that he can use his abilities to run past the defense, get the ball in front of goal, and score. Maybe try that some more, Brian. Maybe try some passes some more.
Brian?
Look, he has so many weapons. He needs to understand it's not just dribbling with the ball at his feet. Run by the defense, shoot, score, pass, goals, Vince wins.
Wow, confident. Time is running out to win these great prizes. The season is almost over, so you don't want to miss out.
It's free to play. We just need 2 picks before kickoff.
Okay, Eli is tooting his own horn this week and is lesser is more.
Gross. That's just an unfortunate use of words there. But that's right, Eli has been talking about Vancouver's need for a number 10 almost as long as MLSsoccer.com's Matt Doyle.
Yeah, but did Matt Doyle do it with fancy graphics and editing?
No, I mean, put in a bunch of articles.
Well, no one reads anymore, Vince. Anyway, check out this week's edition of Lesser is More.
Earlier this season, I discussed that every MLS team needs to sign a designated player number 10 in order to succeed in the league. I use Vancouver as an example of a team sinking in the Western Conference because of a lack thereof. They started off the season without a DP number 10, and they lost 7 of their first 12 matches and fired head coach Mark Dos Santos. Then they took my advice because, I'd like to think we're good friends, and they made some big roster moves. I could talk about adding striker Brian White, but I won't because I said huge roster moves. On July 31st, the Whitecaps announced the signing of Scottish attacking midfielder from the Portuguese league, Ryan Gauld, the Scottish Messi, as I like to call him because of his impeccable reading of the game. What's that? Everyone calls him that? Got it. But please, do not interrupt me next time while I'm on air talking about big roster moves. Interns. Anyway, Gauld's arrival has completely changed the Whitecaps. In his 3rd appearance, he notched his 1st assist, and since entering the starting lineup, has picked up 3 goals and 4 more dimes. Okay, fine. Let's circle back to Brian White. Mediocre at best BG, but AG has become the hottest goal scorer in MLS with 10 of those 23 goals. He only scored 1 in his first 9. Most importantly, the Whitecaps went from a bottom dweller with some talent to a playoff contender. It all comes down to Gald, who has done a terrific job at connecting all the individual talents Vancouver already had into one cohesive unit. After winning just 3 of their 16 matches BG, Vancouver has gone 8-5 into AG. And yes, the West's last 3 to 4 playoff spots are still up for grabs, and anything can happen. Don't be surprised if Vancouver takes one of them. Watch out, LAFC fans. Okay, which one of you guys interrupted me? Oh, God, I'm done with this show.
All right, guys. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna do this my camera because it's important.
What?
Listen, it'll be a cold day in hell before Eli and I intentionally agree on something. But if Ryan Gauld wants to have himself a day against LAFC,
in a losing effort, of course.
Yeah, of course in a losing effort. I'm not a monster like you, and then I'll be happy that I accidentally concurred with Eli.
God, man.
Vince, do not be putting the announcer's curse in reverse on LAFC, dude. Agreeing with Eli on picks? Come on, man. It's just crazy. Bro, this playoff push is giving me bubble guts.
I mean, I'm with Jay. Hopefully just Brian White plays well in a Vancouver loss.
You know, I'm still not sure if that's a real person. That name sound, I mean, what, is Jack Black real?
Okay, dude, whatever. Okay, no game this weekend, but we'll be back at the bank on Tuesday for the last home game of the regular season versus Vancouver for the virtual tailgate on the LAFC app.
And on the 110 Football YouTube channel after we definitely win. Better, Jay? That's for the instant reaction post-game show. Please join us then.
Vince, it's the week of Halloween. I can't believe you just casually be putting juju on us like that, bro. Like, I'm gonna have to summon my talisman now, bro.
Like a bathroom attendant?
Nacho!
You'll see.
You okay?
This is Jack
You'll
Black.
see.
Nacho.
Yeah.
Man.
No, you
I'm a
can
grown
too.
man.
I'm a grown man too. I'm
You're
paying
okay.
bills. What are you talking about?
I got it, fellas. Game changer. This is gonna change all of our fates right now.
What is that?
It's an Ocarina of Fate. I bought it in Teotihuacan a few years ago. The guy who sold it to me says that when you blow this, all your greatest dreams come true. And my greatest dream is LAFC makes the playoffs. Let's go!
Seriously, it's a whistle.
Ocarina, bro.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I believe in Jesus, so.
Jesus David Murillo. LAFC, let's go.
We're beyond Jesus, Jerry. Let's go. Connor, you look like me.
What? What? You look like Vince.
What? No!
Wait,
No!
Vince, you have hair, bro? What?
Yeah. And this sudden need to go to WrestleMania. Oh, man, I'm Jerry.
What the hell?
I actually kind of like this. It's pretty sick, man.
I'm changing this back.
No.
Dude, come on.
No. Don't change it back. I like this.
What's going on?
I feel
Jay.
cool.
Jerry, why?
Dude,
Jerry,
my mustache actually
Jerry,
connects to my beard. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't even
Why
wear
are you
hair.
dressed this way? What is
I
this
like-
shirt?
look at my
It's a
hair
comfortable
and
shirt.
the
I don't fit in
hat.
everything.
Glasses.
I'm getting
Why
bugged.
is
comfortable. You
Why
want
is
to
Vince
cool.
crying?
It is
What's going on?
Jay.
Hey, homie, are you a fan of 110 Football Show? Well, if you are, let us know. Hit that like and subscribe.